Well, the Titans are coming to an end for season 1 in their DC Universe series. And, there's been some highs and lows, but it turned out better than I thought. And hopefully they can fix up those weaknesses later. But overall, pretty good. So each character pretty much got some attention. And with the title being Koriand'r, I expected Starfire to be the main focus. She was not. You did get some more about you. Oh, she's an alien. She was sent here to look for Raven and to try to stop Raven's father, Trigon, from coming to the universe. Keep him trapped in his dimension and all that. But that's more about Raven. So, but the big reveal is her memory returns. Somewhat. I don't know. It seems like there's still some gaps here and there. But Robin, or Dick, and Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, follow her to this warehouse where she kept her spaceship. And, of course, it has a cloaking device. And so they go in. And all is revealed as far as her mission and whatnot. And I guess they're going to suggest the ancient aliens theory because there's some connection between her Tamaranian people and the Sumerian language. And that goes back to some old ancient alien theories about there was some contact with aliens with the Sumerians and all that. So there you go. That's what she's there for. If she doesn't stop Trigon, he'll burn the world and her world and all that sort of thing. And the only way to stop him, for sure, would be to just kill Raven. And so then he can't get through here without her because she anchors him to her world. Well, too late. Raven meanwhile back at the home, and had some suspicions about Raven's mother, and they're all true. It was just too sweet and quick for her to be found in that asylum, and then, hey, let's go home and be mother and daughter and all that. It was all sweet and nice. And you would think our superheroes would have been suspicious, especially Dick, the way he's trained by Batman and suspicious of everything. But he just, yeah, okay. You're in good hands, Raven. So yes, there are weaknesses to the story. But so she's evil. She's still in love with Trigon, and all this stuff. And so she manipulates Raven into bringing him into the world. I don't know if she has any powers, but certainly the house seems to be haunted, and a presence in certain supernatural things take place. So it acts like a haunted house, and Beast Boy is being tormented by the man he killed at the asylum, and he starts to get sick, and he starts coughing up blood and everything, and he's dying, and Raven is trying to heal him, but it's not working. And so her mother says, oh, but your father could heal him. So there's this mirror there that's weird, and you see visions in it and all that sort of stuff, and that's the doorway to Trigon's dimension or what have you. And then so he comes forth, and he's in human form. In Starfire's ship, you saw him in his demonic form, so I'm guessing that'll appear, albeit briefly, eventually, probably in the next episode, and we'll get to the next episode in a minute. It's probably some brief CGI because, well, that's expensive. So, and then he'll be defeated or something like that. But, so there you go. That's the whole thing. Trigon has arrived, and this means the end of the universe, apparently. So it's terrible. Dick and Starfire and Wonder Girl are rushing back home, and they finally realize, oh crap, because they see in the book, not only is the daughter present for Trigon, but the mother as well. And that, oh damn, we should have thought of that. And so they're rushing back, and they realize, uh-oh, something's happened. And there's some sort of shield around the house. Dick's able to go through it, but Starfire and Wonder Girl are not, probably because they're more of a threat to Trigon with their powers than Dick is. He probably doesn't see Dick as a threat, and Dick is rushing into the house to try to save Raven, and that's where we end. And by now you've seen the trailer for the next episode, which everyone's excited about because Batman is in it. And you see Batman, and the premise is that Dick, of course, the reason he broke up with Batman is because he thought Batman was getting too cruel and too harsh in his strand of justice. and all that. And the trailers, it seems to indicate that Commissioner Gordon is dead, and I guess the Joker has killed him, and Batman is on a revenge streak and has basically slaughtered just about everybody in Arkham. It looks like, I believe that's Two-Face is dead, and the Riddler is dead. And everybody else, there's bodies everywhere. And then you see what looks like the Joker smashed into a car and all this stuff. So now everybody's after Batman for murder. And so Dick has to bring him in. And oh no. And then you see Trigon briefly in the scene talking to him like he's a police officer or something. So with Dick going into the haunted house and having seen Beast Boy already being tormented by visions of the man that he killed in the asylum, Dick, the whole next episode and encountering Batman is just Dick's going to be trapped in this illusion world that Trigon has put him in, and using his fears about Batman and his own soul and what have you played out in this dream world. So Batman is probably not in the episode at all. Now, did they cast a character to actually be Bruce Wayne? Will we see him? Because there's all these shadowy scenes of Batman running around and kicking the camera and this sort of thing. Do you ever actually really see Batman and Robin or Dick actually confront one another? And if it's all in shadowy, well, then you don't really know who it is playing him or what have you. But I don't know. But all this stuff, and people were upset because even when the series was being introduced, that Batman had gone to the dark side. He was more like the Punisher than Batman, and that's why Dick Grayson left him. And there was some upset about that, and the idea of turning Batman into a murderer is like people didn't want to tune in. That's trashing the character and stuff like that. There's no indication that he actually crossed that line so far with this series. This trailer seems to indicate that. It just blatantly says he's been murdering people and Robin's got to go bring him in. But I don't believe a word of it. I think so. If you've seen the series, and I'm spoiling it all for you, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. The other option would be that it's not Batman, it's some imposter, and Dick Grayson finds this out, and that might be like a cliffhanger for next season. Where's Bruce Wayne and that sort of thing. But I don't think so, because that doesn't make any sense with how the second to last episode, the Koriand'r episode, ended. So with Robin or Dick running into because he's not Robin anymore. He quit being Robin. So I, keep going back and forth with that. So Dick Grayson runs into that house and the show ends. And of course, all the powers of Trigon and whatnot. So that's the only thing that makes sense. So there you go. You will see somebody dressed up as Batman, but it's all a dream. Yes, everything will end happily. They'll defeat Trigon, maybe. And then they'll wake up and find Bruce Wayne in the shower like Bobby Ewing in Dallas. Something like that. So, 3 out of 5 stars for Koriand'r. It was an entertaining. You got to see some action here. You got to see some Wonder Girl action with Donna Troy, and that's good. And I hope she stays as part of the team. That's a bright spot for this series. And they finally got Koriand'r out of that god awful dress. She's in a black suit of sorts, but hopefully she'll get her superhero suit in the next season, because that dress they had her in was just an insult. But she's a good actress. I think she does well, and so it's not as bad as some people might have thought it would be. So there you go, Titans coming to an end, and we'll see what happens next episode, and then of course the next season. All right, thank you for watching and listening. Say, while you're here, why not like and subscribe, and check out the links below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you.